I'm going to be talking about the time I went to Drummond Island up north. Drummond Island is a island past the peninsula. It's basically on the Canadian border, but still part of Michigan. And the main lake around it is Lake Huron. We went up there mainly for camping and fishing and just escaping really and having fun. So where we stayed at, it was inside of a log cabin that we rented out, and there was a small fishing pond that you could walk to from it. Tried fishing there for a couple of days, and there were people there, but nobody looked like they could catch anything. There was a beaver dam actually on the other side, but nobody could get any fish out of there. So we tried going down to a dock, which is they had a couple boats there, and it was pretty weedy. My dad tried fishing for bluegill there, but he didn't really have any luck. So then we went back later that night, and it was just one after another. Every single cast, you would be catching bluegill out of there, and we were just throwing them back in. We didn't have a reason to keep them or anything. It was just for fun. I mean, it was really weedy. I tried using spinner bait, which just spins as it goes through the water, and it's for bass. But all it did was get tangled up, and it didn't really seem like there was anything out there besides just the lily pads and weeds. So I tried walking off the different docks, tried casting over by the boats, trying to get a bass out of there, because it would be only the second bass that I would have gotten out of Lake Huron. So, didn't get anything that day. I just ended up going for bluegill and getting really nothing because they were all kind of spooked out after like 20 were pulled out of that one spot. I mean, it was pretty successful for that, but so then I went back the other day with something. I didn't want to put any lures on that would go super deep because it would start to pull up weeds and stuff and just get tangled all the time. So I put on something that went medium, maybe 3 to 4 feet underneath the water. So I cast it out as far as I could, and it felt like I got like snagged on weeds. So I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to untangle this. So I started pulling up slowly. Then about a foot before the water, it just started pulling down and back and started squirming around. So I was like, huh, I got a fish on here, I guess. And once I finally got the fish up and out, the pole was bent pretty bad. I was thinking that it was going to break because it was an older one. It was my dad's that he had that I was using. And I pulled it up, and it ended up being a pretty good sized rock bass that was there. I wasn't expecting it. I pulled it up, and it looked to be maybe 2 pounds at the most. It was a pretty good fish. It looked pretty cool because they have the red eyes and they have the red gills and stuff on them. I mean, I think it was pretty good for being around there. It was the only bass or anything besides bluegill that anybody caught up there the whole week that we were up on Drummond. I mean, I think it was pretty fun. And yeah, that's just a story about the time that we went up north to Drummond. All in all, it was pretty fun, and I think it was worth it even just for getting that because we weren't just going